Computers are becoming more and more integrated into business and everyday life. Computers can do amazing things, but a computer by itself is helpless. No computer can do anything until a computer program tells it to behave in specific ways. A program or code is written by the programmer in a programming language which the computer can understand and use to perform a task or solve a problem. That's what computer programming is all about. So, what is computer programming? In this video, we'll talk about basic elements for programming languages, applications of computer programming languages. The purpose of computer programming is to find a sequence of instructions that will automate performing a specific task or solving a given problem. A program is a set of step-by-step instructions that directs the computer to do the task it is asked to do and produce the results required. So, what is computer programming? Computer programming is the process of writing instructions that get executed by computers. These instructions, also known as code, are written in a programming language which the computer can understand and use to perform a task or solve a problem. In the context of communicating with a computer, machine language is the language understood by a computer. Machine language provides the link between human thoughts and requirements and computer actions. It is the way of communicating with a computer and control the computer actions. Since transistors are the building blocks of integrated circuits, such as computer processors or CPUs, a transistor is a basic electrical component that alters the flow of electrical current. Thus, a transistor is suitable to act as a switch, which can turn a signal on or off. So, a transistor's on or off state can represent a 1 or 0. On the other hand, a computer chip understands machine language only, that is, the language of zeros and ones. Machine language is made up of instructions and data that are binary numbers. All programs and programming languages eventually generate or run programs in machine language. Machine language, or binary code, represents text, processor instructions, or any other data using a two-symbol system, 0 and 1, where a binary code assigns a pattern of binary digits or bits to each character or instructions. So, for example, the word hello can be represented as a series of binary digits as shown. There isn't just one programming language. There are many. A programming language is a set of rules that provides a way of telling a computer what operations to perform. Basic elements for computer programming languages are input operations, output operations, arithmetical operations, control structures, and data structures. where control structures may be a sequence, conditional, or iterative. Sequence is the default control structure, where instructions are executed one after another, while a conditional control structure allows a program to follow alternative paths of execution. Conditional execution checks for certain conditions and execute the appropriate sequence of statements. Iteration or looping gives computers much of their power. They can repeat a sequence of steps as often as necessary, and appropriate repetitions of quite simple steps can solve complex problems. Data structures are used to organize information. Data structures specify types of data such as integers, real numbers, Boolean, and characters, while compound data structures are performed by combining one or more data types, as in arrays or records. The programming process starts with defining the problem or task at hand. This involves the analysis of a problem or task at hand, understanding requirements. So, the task of defining the problem consists of identifying what it is you know, that is, giving data or input, and what it is you want to obtain, that is, the result or output, where you produce a written document that specifies the kind of input processing and output required. Next, planning the solution. Two common ways of planning the solution to a problem are to draw a flowchart and to write pseudocode. These represent step-by-step solution to the problem. Next, coding the program. After determining the right programming language to use, you need to express your solution in this programming language. You will translate the logic from the flowchart or pseudocode or some other tool to this programming language. When finished, you need to test the program so that you make sure that you get the results required. Next, documenting the program. This represents a detailed description of the programming cycle and specific facts about the program, including the nature of the problem, brief narrative description of the program, logic tools such as flowcharts or pseudocode, data record descriptions, program listing and testing results, and any comments exist. Now let's take a look at some of the popular programming language. C programming language. Developed for programming computer operating systems, makes good use of the features of a computer's internal architecture. C programming is popular for embedded systems in cars, electronics, and other devices. Next, Python is a general-purpose coding language, was designed as an easy-to-use language. used for web development and back-end development. Python is used for software development, data science and writing system scripts, machine learning and artificial intelligence, big data and robotics. Next, Java is widely used programming language. Java is used as the server-side language for most back-end development, used for big data and Android development. Java is used also for desktop computing, mobile computing, and games. Next, C#. Used for developing applications for Microsoft Windows operating system, used as well to develop web apps, desktop apps, mobile apps, and games. Next, JavaScript is a text-based programming language used both on the client side and server side. Gives web pages interactive elements that engage a user. Next, PHP is a general-purpose programming language that is used for back-end development, developing dynamic web pages, blogs, learning management systems, e-commerce websites. Then we have SQL or SQL is a structured query language. SQL is a standard language for storing, manipulating, and retrieving data in databases.